good day. Have you had a good day, everybody? Good, excellent. Well, on behalf of all of us, massive thanks to Steve Crowther and the tight team around him who've put together, I think, without doubt, the best spring conference UKIP has ever held. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, everybody. And it must be obvious to anybody, attendees, observers, the media, that we are a party that is united, buoyant, we're in a top mood, and we're heading on to those elections on May the 2nd with a real feeling that we might just produce something really, really special. So thank you to all of you for the support, the enthusiasm, and above all, the unity of purpose that now exists within this party. It's a fantastic tribute to UKIP. It's taken a heck of a long time to get here, but we really are now making a big, big difference. And I thought the contributions that we had today, you know, we won't always agree on everything, but the one thing we're doing as a party is we're thinking. And some of the ideas that Godfrey put forward this afternoon, not everybody in the room will agree with them, but we're thinking, and we're trying to produce something really special. We're not just a protest party that talks solely about who governs Britain. We're a party now talking about how that Britain should be governed once we've left the European Union. And that's positive, and it's forward-looking, and it's going to get people in big numbers out there going out to vote for us on May the 2nd, in the European elections, and at the next general election. So we're on our way. We really are. And I think it's important for me to make just one last final appeal. There are some of you sitting in this room, living in counties where we do not yet have a full slate of candidates. It is important that we put up a full slate of candidates. It is important that everybody out there that supports UKIP and wants to vote UKIP has the option to vote for a UKIP democracy candidate. So can I please ask those of you that have not yet come forward but live in areas where we've got county council elections on May the 2nd, at the end of this meeting in a couple of minutes, please come to the back of the room. We're a volunteer army, and all it takes, as Burke said, for evil to prosper is for good men to do nothing. So please come forward. Please stand. We're already over 1,700 candidates. I want to make sure that by the time the voters go into those polling booths on May the 2nd, that we've got 2,000 UKIP candidates standing in these elections. I really am optimistic for how we're going to do. I'm not going to put numbers. I'm not going to make predictions on the numbers of seats we're going to win. That's a very difficult thing to do under first past the post. But I really am cheered by Lawrence Webb's victory in East London on Thursday. I really am. Fantastic. And equally, the week before that, Chris Brown won a seat in Fox Hills, one of the safest Tory seats in the whole country. So these may appear to be little events, but they're all part of the big momentum that I genuinely believe is developing behind this party. I meant what I said this morning. We're not just here to stick two fingers up to the establishment, though all of us, of course, feel like doing that from time to time. We're here to provide a serious, positive alternative, and we are now being taken seriously, very seriously. And for me, after all these years of, at times, it seemed very lonely struggle, this is tremendously worthwhile. We were laughed at, we were mocked, abused, written off. I think my favourite comment about me was when a Labour MEP said that Nigel Farage is a paranoid reactionary living on the fringes of society. That was nice, wasn't it? Well, he might have had a point, I don't know. But we've taken all that abuse. But I'll leave you with this thought about just how seriously UKIP are now being taken. And it reminds me of that wonderful story that the late, great, wonderful comedian Bob Monkhouse used to tell. Bob Monkhouse used to say, when I was growing up, I told my friends and family that when I was older, I was going to become a comedian. And they laughed at me. Well, he said, they're not laughing now